This is Gumball and Darwin chewing up Anais's food and trying to feed her like a bird.
Bon appetit!
And this is Gumball and Darwin drinking a potion that almost turned them into ghosts forever.
Look what you've done! You've completely turned into ghosts!
There's no denying that Gumball and Darwin are two of the dumbest kids in all of Elmore. But what happens when these two geniuses of stupidity go head to head? Who's gonna take the crown? Today, we're going over Gumball and Darwin's dumbest moments ever. Each time they do something stupid, they get a point. And the first to hit 50 points officially wins the title of Elmore's dumbest brother. So get ready to rumble, because it's time to find out once and for all who's truly the dumbest Watterson. Besides Richard, of course, but that needs a whole nother video. Starting with the time they literally became mini Richards. In the episode, The Authority, it kicks off with Richard trying to watch TV, but the remote doesn't work. Instead of grabbing new batteries, he starts throwing the loose ones at the TV until he breaks the screen. Instead of stopping there like a normal person, he tries to fix it by smacking the TV and hurling the batteries at the satellite dish, but it falls to the ground, knocking himself out cold, which brings out Mama Bear, Granny JoJo, who freaks out over her poor baby and goes full out overprotective on the whole Watterson family. She scares them so bad that they start overeating and turn into mini Richards. That's when Nicole sends them to buy milk to try and retrieve their brains, which just leads to more dumb moments from everyone. From forgetting how to open a door, to trying to stop a car with their bare feet, and a bunch more dumb moments we see through flashbacks. But if you think that was dumb, things only get dumber from here. Like in the episode The Dress, we jump right into their latest bright idea, with Gumball and Darwin using ice cubes to go down the stairs at the speed of light. And yeah, you can guess how that went.
Awesome.
You might have also noticed that Gumball here is naked, which he was just about to go out like that, all because he couldn't find his clothes. He goes to Richard to get his clothes, only to find they've all shrunk, leaving him no choice but to wear Nicole's wedding dress. But with his new look, he fools almost everybody that he was a foreign girl, even Darwin, who instantly falls head over heels for Gumball, completely unaware it's his own brother. From writing a love letter, confessing his love on a roller coaster, and even when Gumball fakes his own death, he falls for a fire hydrant wearing the same dress. Now, that's what you call real love. But while Darwin is falling in love with fire hydrants, let's not forget the time Gumball sent Penny on a dramatic romantic quest. In the episode The Romantic, Gumball is talking to Penny. When she leaves, she sends only one heart emoji instead of the usual 3 like she always sends.
I think you might be overreacting.
You don't understand! I always get 3!
She was just tired.
So you're saying I should make some grand gesture to remind her of happier times?
Are you doing that thing where you just hear what you want to hear?
So, to prove his love, he sets up a massive treasure hunt to remind her of all their memories. But instead of being a romantic trip down memory lane, it turns into a complete disaster. From having a rocky drive while reading his poem and crashing the bus, to making Penny mix unknown chemicals that create a monster, sending her to the wrong place 2 times, and even giving her ice cream she's allergic to, which he also happened to do before in the episode The Dream, forcing a cupcake down her throat, and after giving her blue thumbtacks instead of her orange pills, all because of a dream that Darwin took as girl.
Which color?
The orange one.
It's not my fault
thought you gave her the wrong pills. She specifically said she needed orange ones.
Oh, how was I supposed to know the blue ones were thumbtack?
But it's not as bad compared to Darwin, who ruined someone's life in a matter of 10 minutes. In the episode The Sucker, Darwin meets the baddest of the baddest, Julius, after both of them end up in detention for vandalizing the same tree. Well, Julius just straight up vandalized, Darwin figured out the best way to stop vandalism was to vandalize the vandalism. And knowing Darwin is an easy target, Julius takes him through a day to get him to do bad stuff for him and his crew, which would only backfire. From ordering $1,000 of pizza for the police, to losing his credit card after a failed break-in, and then accidentally snitching on him. You would think Darwin is the bad guy, but in an effort to make up for everything, he fixes his relationships and problems. One of them gifting a cake with sparklers to Julius's parents, which is a super nice jet.
Did you just say a cake with sparklers?
Well, I guess you can say that cake was the bomb. Get it? Because their parents are fireworks. But that still doesn't beat the time both Gumball and Darwin joined Richard to completely destroy the house. In the episode, The Brain, the Wattersons are at the hospital because Anais gave herself brain damage from facepalming too much at her family's stupidity. The doctor warns that if she does it again, her brain will shrink. From a Nicole all the way to a Richard. So they have to avoid doing anything idiotic for an entire week. But you already know that's impossible. It just runs in the family. When Anais goes to sleep, the rest of the family acts like maniacs since she can't see them. And that's when they let all of their stupidity out. From eating corn with a drill to a failed skateboard trick. And a bunch more. They were not joking about how dumb they really can be. And that's not the worst part. Nicole tells them that she will take Anais to the mall. And by the time she comes back, she wants the house bleached and cleaned. And bleached clean she gets. When she arrives home, she finds the house completely bleached, which most definitely was Richard's idea, with the help of Gumball and Darwin. So that's a point for both of them. So Nicole makes them repaint it as she takes one more lap around the block. And you would think they would lock in and start painting like crazy, but instead they decide to have some fun with it and make it into a paintball fight. Which by the time she's back, the house looks almost normal, but somehow they mess up the easiest tasks, lunch and dessert.
Then on the pack to place it in the oven at 180 degrees.
You're probably not gonna like dessert either.
What is it?
Creme very brulee.
As Nicole scolds them, Anais leaves the house, and they start chasing her, trying to save her from dangerous situations. In one of them, she's standing in oncoming traffic, and Gumball tries to save her by making a sign for them to go slower, but holds it upside down, causing a major accident. But in the end, it's revealed that everything was just in her head, all because Gumball thought a week lasted 9 days.
Anais cannot be exposed to any form of stupidity for an entire week.
9 whole days?
So not only did they mess up cleaning the house, but they also found a way to do the dumbest thing imaginable. And even though it was all in her head, we know that everything they did would have eventually happened anyway. But sometimes their dumbness even spreads to the smartest one in the family, that being Anais. In the episode, The Goons, Anais is bored of doing easy puzzles with Nicole, and sees Gumball, Darwin, and Richard playing a weird game using their butts, and asks Gumball to teach her how to be dumb for a day. From playing president to making everyone do gross things like waving a dirty sock as a flag and kissing it, to speak dumb, which is just saying the word dumb, and making a dumb sandwich in the dumbest way possible. It's so dumb that Anais can't even understand it until she realizes that to be dumb, you don't think at all. But this would end up making Gumball really jealous. When she starts acting dumb so well, she takes Gumball's spot with ease. So he decides to gather the dumbest people in town in a race where everyone runs blindfolded, and the person who gets the farthest is the dumbest. During the race, Idaho, Banana Joe, Rocky, Anton, and Richard are eliminated. Anais, Gumball, and Darwin keep running until Anais admits that she only wanted to be dumb for a day. They make up, but accidentally run into a highway and get hit by Marvin's scooter, leaving the real winner to be Darwin, who had been running in circles, asking if he was winning, before crashing into a tree.
Did I win yet? Did I win yet? Did I win yet? Oh.
Even though Darwin seems like the dumb one at times, like in the episode The Picnic, the class takes a trip to have a picnic, and Miss Simeon warns everyone not once, not twice, but 3 times to stay out of the Forest of Doom. But of course, Gumball and Darwin did not hear her warnings, and are left behind, proceeding to do the one thing they were told not to do, going through the Forest of Doom. This is when Gumball does the most genius survival tactics imaginable, from swallowing the map to memorize it, ignoring every warning sign the forest gives.
You're going the wrong way. What did it tell you?
It said we're going the right way.
I said wrong way.
They try to navigate using the stairs, but just end up staring at the sun until their eyes burn. They even try to eat a rock for food. Gumball sets himself on fire trying to make one, and at the end of it all, they end up leaving them again once they finally make it out of the forest.
Huh? They've gone. Did she say avoid or go through the Forest of Doom?
But I don't think he's innocent either. Like the time he got tired of being in Gumball's shadow and decided to prove that he could be the leader for once. But instead of coming up with a smart plan, he proceeds to kidnap Tobias's mom.
Finally! I've been ready for this for so long. So what should I do?
I don't know. I'd do something dumb and petty, like take something he likes and not give that back. You stole his mom!
Then he makes it even worse by signing both of their names on a ransom note that he wrote, rolling her down the street in a chair, almost letting her get hit by a truck, after arguing who should be in charge. But a lot of times, things just get really dumb when both of them team up, since their combined brain power somehow makes things worse than better. Like in the episode The Lesson, while studying, Gumball and Darwin goof off, and when the next day hits, they start panicking and eat pages from the books, thinking it'll help them absorb knowledge, only to realize they ate the wrong book. Or maybe it's because last time I checked, you don't get any knowledge by eating books. So they decide to do the only thing they can think of and cheat by writing all the answers over Darwin, which obviously backfires and lands them in detention. They end up helping our old friend Julius escape detention and go with him. And when they finally escape, they jump off the roof, land on the ground head first, and laugh like they escaped from prison, forgetting how they have to come back tomorrow anyways.
See you never!
You never, Principal Brown!
I don't know why they're so happy. They still have to come back here tomorrow.
But that's nothing compared to the time that Elmore was completely destroyed, all because Gumball released a butterfly. In class, Miss Simeon warns everyone about the butterfly effect, explaining how one small action could cause huge consequences. Then the bell rings, and she has no care in the world to continue on. While everyone leaves, Gumball and Darwin seize the butterfly, but the butterfly emerges from its cocoon. Gumball and Darwin decide to set it free, thinking they're doing something good. But that would immediately turn out to be a bad idea, as the butterfly causes a chain reaction across Elmore. So it's probably right if we just gave Gumball and Darwin 1 point for all the damages he caused. And it all starts with the butterfly landing on Hank, who, in an effort to get it off, loses his head, while the other worker loses an arm. And the head then crashes into Mr. Robinson's car and causing even more chaos, which leads to the lady, Karen, to crash out and throw her desk out the window, setting off a chain reaction that builds up until a full-on tornado.
Coming back to say hello. He's so cute. How could anyone believe that something so tiny could destroy a whole town?
But if you think that's bad, Darwin once sneezed so hard that he nearly destroyed Elmore, all because of a feather. In the episode, The Allergy, after a pillow fight with Gumball and Anais, Darwin starts sneezing uncontrollably at school. The nurse says it's just allergies, but they are not satisfied with that answer. They think they should look for an alternative to traditional medicine, and before they can even think of what to do next, Mr. Small busts in and gives his own solutions, from putting crystals in his nose to sticking needles all over his body. But none of it works, which, just for trying, Darwin gets 2 points. After being suspended for being a hazard, they believe it has to do with him being allergic to stupidity, because he sneezes every time someone says something dumb, which of course Gumball had to do, not once, but twice.
What if he sneezed upwards? Nothing would get damaged.
I knew it.
Hey, that was a pretty good trick, man. Try sneezing down. That should propel us straight out of town.
And at the end, after more chaos and destruction, it turns out the reason for Darwin sneezing was a feather from the pillow fight. But what about the time Gumball and Darwin were so dumb that they helped a criminal, thinking it was charity? In the episode, The Spoon. It's Nicole's birthday, and while the kids get her gifts, Richard forgets and sends Gumball and Darwin to buy one. But of course, Gumball and Darwin are easily fooled by Sal Left Thumb, a robber who convinces them he's collecting for charity, and gets them to do his bidding by helping them collect anything valuable. That's when they find the holy grail of all loot, and find a big safe. They try to open it in the dumbest ways possible. Then the safe just tells them that all they have to do is ask nicely, which they do, and just like that, they have access to bags full of money. But of course, as soon as they open the safe, they find out that Sal was a bad guy, and try to make a run for it. They try to get him off their tail by blocking his path with maple syrup, all for this just to happen.
Cover his approach with maple syrup.
And I covered our way out.
But after trying to run away, they get cornered, where he pulls out the most dangerous weapon of them all, a spoon.
Oh my gosh! He's got a spoon! Such violence.
And if Richard can easily get scared by a spoon, you know that deserves a point. But now, Gumball is neck and neck in the race to be the dumbest. And the next episode could decide it all. And what's a better episode to end it off than the finale? The Wattersons are at home looking through their family album when Miss Yodathum shows up demanding they pay for the destruction of Elmore. Then Principal Brown drops in and drops another bomb. Gumball and Darwin have to restart school from kindergarten because basically, Gumball and Darwin's stupid behavior does not make for a decent education. Then Richard gets a call saying that he'll go to jail if he doesn't pay his fines, and the family learns that they owe $800,000 by tomorrow or they'll lose their house. They all get together and think of a plan of how to fix everything. But of course, when Anais proposes that, Gumball, Darwin, and Richard already have gone off to form their own plan. They decide in order to make the money, they will scam two of the highest students' parents, Bobber and Alan, with a fake school, which ends up getting the police to chase them. Eventually, they all get together, but not in the way you'd think, but by getting arrested. That's when they think of the most dumbest, but perhaps the only logical answer, and do what they do best, creating havoc, which backfires, and they're only saved by the episode itself ending, meaning the idea was pretty dumb, which technically came from, of course, Gumball himself. That means the trophy for the dumbest sibling goes to Gumball Watterson. From geniusly dumb moments to explosive disasters, he is truly in a league of his own. But can Gumball be dumber than Richard himself? Well, like and subscribe if you want to see that happen. And in the meantime, go find out how many calories Richard Watterson has eaten, because I promise you it's insane.